politics, war, mystery, social status, and murder. What am I talking about? The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. This book has it all. Stick around, I'll tell you a little bit more about what's going on and why this book inspired an art book project.
Shallan.
Shallan. La la la. Delete that. No.
The Way of Kings is the first novel in the Stormlight Archive by Brandon Sanderson. This will be eventually a 10-book series. Currently there are 3 books in production, with the 4th book coming out in November. I have read this one in its entirety and the second one partially. My husband and daughter have also both read this, so this is a family adventure that we will be exploring and discussing and having inside jokes about over the years. In this story, legends tell us that once man and God lived together in the heavens until the Voidbringers came and destroyed their way of life. Mankind retreated to the land of Roshar, which is a land of storms. Unfortunately, the Voidbringers followed. The angelic heralds were dispatched by the Almighty to help defeat the Voidbringers. Beneath the heralds were 10 orders of knights, but something happened to cause the Radiants to turn their backs on man, and that is where the mystery lies. Our current story takes place many generations after the Radiants left. Although we have shard plate and blades left behind, and they are wielded by mankind, many people do not believe that the Radiants even existed. The story is told from 3 main perspectives in this. We have different people from different parts of Roshar in different stations of life, where we can see different social statuses take place. There is a big divide between the upper class and the lower class, and it's based on their eye color. Light eyes are the upper class, and dark eyes are the lower class. Kaladin is a slave and a former soldier in one of the armies. He has been through more than most people in their entire lives at the young age of not quite 20 years old. He is a natural leader. He struggles with when to lead, how to lead, or even if he should lead. Dalinar is a high prince and a legend on the battlefield. People for many years have looked up to him and his abilities and how strong he is in leading his armies to victory. Currently, he resides in the Shattered Plains, which is central point of war for the Alethi army. He is there to avenge the murder of his brother, the former king of Alethkar. Dalinar takes up the mission of his brother to live life by the codes presented in the ancient text, The Way of Kings. The politics of the Alethi high princes becomes a point of contention, and Dalinar struggles with playing the political game because he's a soldier first, before he's a politician or even a high prince. Shallan is a young woman, a princess, from the kingdom of Yakaved. Her father has recently died, which left their kingdom very much strapped for cash, and there are several debts owed to many people. Her and her brothers are trying to find a way to make up for their debts. Shallan comes up with a plan and embarks out on her first journey outside of her kingdom as an attempt to get the money back into their kingdom. With this being her first time away from home, Shallan finds herself struggling with her social status and how she can use it to her benefit. Shallan is an artist and she longs to be a scholar. She's very intelligent. She had very little guiding through her life because her mother died when she was young, so she's just now discovering herself. The book is broken up into 5 different parts. Between each part we have interludes, which present us with different characters and their viewpoints and different things that happen from their perspectives. They are in different parts of Roshar. It gives you a really well-rounded look at the world that Brandon Sanderson is building and how different things within the main part of the story can possibly affect these side characters, or these side characters that could affect future events in the main part of the story. Initially, I felt like this was a really over story. It's over 1,000 pages long, so there's a lot to learn in this. But the world is so huge, you really do need every single page of this. I don't feel like there was any kind of extra amount of anything to this story itself. I did take my time reading it so that I could make sure that I understood everything as I went along. I know there's parts of it that I'm probably gonna miss and I'm gonna have to go back and reread because I'll be like, wait, what happened then? Oh yeah, oh right, I get it. So we'll see how that goes. Like I said, I'm part of the way into the second book, So I've already, kind of gone, okay, what do we do? Oh yeah, all right, back to this. So there's a lot to absorb and a lot to remember, and definitely going to be one that I reread in the future because I know I will get more out of it that way. I am so glad that I read this book. There are so many little nuances and different aspects of it that keep you going throughout the whole story. It might have different parts that are a little bit slow, but once you see how important those little parts are later down in the story, you're like, yeah, I'm glad I got that. I'm glad I remember that. It really has a great amount of stuff to it. And I don't know how somebody can keep all of that straight in their brain. It's amazing. So I did mention earlier that my project for today was going to be an art book, and in case you haven't figured it out, Shallan would be the inspiration for that. Her being an artist, she of course has to carry around, her supplies with her at all times, and because she wants to be a scholar, she tends to take her art and use it to study things. Like, she'll see something and capture it, then she'll see a plant and she'll draw all the details to it. She'll see animals and sketch them out and make notes on their personalities. So she's combining her love of the arts with her desire to be a scholar in such a beautiful way. Today, I wanted to make an art book. This pattern came out fairly recently, and when I saw it, I was like, that's it. I know what I'm making for the Way of Kings. So the fabrics I'll be using today have this succulent print for the main fabric, and I'm going to be using some of the faux leather to tie it up and make it a little more sturdy. It's going to be really pretty, and I can't wait to put it all together. It's all set, all cut out, ready to go. All I got to do is start sewing. So let's go that way and get this done. Alexa, open Crafting Castle for business.
Too many scholars think of research as purely a cerebral pursuit. If we do nothing with the knowledge we gain, then we have wasted our study.
Alexa, power down Crafting Castle.
Above silence, the illuminating storms, dying storms, illuminate the silence above.
Thank you for watching my mom's review of The Way of Kings by Brandon Sanderson. I sure like this Shallan-inspired art book. I think it's the perfect gift for any artist. So make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell to get notified whenever there's a new video. Bye.